Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Film and TV channel. And we have an action adventure thriller review today of an Amazon film. Well, this is an Amazon original, I'm fairly sure at that. We're going to have a look at a Tom Clancy based action thriller, and it's called Without Remorse. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications to do film reviews, TV drama reviews, information vlogs on everything film and TV. And if you look at the playlist, you'll also see some stuff on my football team as well, Manchester City. I do reviews on my club, City Pass, City Presents, City Quizzes, City Book Clubs, loads of different things on there. So if that's of interest to you or anyone else you might know, if you can point in my direction, I'll be very, very grateful. But today we're looking at film and TV, so please, if you're after any friends or followers, if you're new to Twitter or Facebook and you're after friends and followers, I post loads of film and TV stuff on there as well. So if you seek me out on there, I do check every 3 or 4 days and follow and friend everyone back on there as well. So please, if you can do that for me. And all comments are welcome on this or anything to do with film and TV. It doesn't have to be this particular film we're looking at today, so anything you want to say, just let me know. And if you can't leave a comment, just give us a little thumbs up. It's nice to get views and stuff, but it's also nice to get a thumbs up as well. Right, here we go. Tom Clancy's Without Remorse. Yeah, I mean, Amazon don't always put out the best. I mean, it's a bit like Netflix at the moment. There's a lot of dub stuff and things like this, but I look forward to this when I did see a review in one of the recent film magazines I was reading through. An hour and 49 minutes, also known simply, though it's known as Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, also known simply as Without Remorse, so either one, it doesn't really matter. And it is based on the 1993 novel of the same name, of course, by Tom Clancy, and a spin-off of the Jack Ryan film series. So we've got a couple of those going along, so obviously we expect to see something a little bit similar with this, don't we? Directed by Stefano Sollima and written by Taylor Sheridan and Will Staples. It was originally produced and set for a theatrical release by Paramount, but the film was acquired by Amazon amid all this COVID-19 stuff and was digitally released on Prime Video on the April the 30th, 2021. And it's about John Clark, who's a Navy SEAL who goes on a path to avenge his wife's murder, only to find himself inside of a larger conspiracy. So, yeah, typical Tom Clancy sort of stuff, isn't it? Let's be honest about it. Who's in it? Well, Michael B. Jordan stars as John Kelly, John Clark, Jamie Bell as Robert Ritter, Jodie Turner-Smith as Karen Gray, Luke Mitchell as Rowdy, Jack Kesey as Thunder, Brett Gelman as Victor Rykoff, Coleman Domingo as Pastor West, and Guy Pearce as Secretary Thomas Clay. Yeah, the bad secretary. Laura London, Pam Clark, Jacob Scipio as Hatchet, Cam Gigandet as Keith Webb, and Todd Lasant as Dallas. There you go. Not the place, just the person. Yeah, on review aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes. Didn't like it so much. 43% out of the 134 critics only give it a positive review, and it ended up with 58 fresh tomatoes and 76 rotten, so obviously more rotten than fresh, and it got an average rating of 5.2 out of 10, so just crawled over halfway, but not quite the watchable rating we like to see. The consensus reads, despite a commanding performance from Michael B. Jordan, Without Remorse fails to escape its outdated patriotic tropes and forced franchise place settings. Yeah, don't forget we're talking sort of 1993 thing updated, aren't we? So yeah, it could be a struggle. Metacritic, the other critic site we'll look at, assigned a weighted average of 42 out of 100, and that's based on 37 critics, with only 8 positive out of that, with 20 mixed and 9 negative, and it scored anything between 25 out of 100 and 70 out of 100. Oldie Henderson only gave it 38 on RogerEbert.com. He said, this is one of those super convoluted conspiracy theory movies where nothing makes sense and you simply stop caring. Saviors show up inexplicably at just the right time. People come off as evil for the sole purpose of misleading us. There's no character development, a lot of patriotic posturing, and the villain gives a lecture that must have been written before they cast a black actor as its recipient. Despite endless gunfire and a lot of shit blowing up, pardon my language, most of the action sequences fail to quicken the pulse. Alonso Duralde from The Rap, he gave it 55, so middling sort of score. It's a stolidly 80s action movie from its Russian villains to its third act plot twist that can be seen from space. But it's lucky to have Michael B. Jordan giving an actual performance in what could have been an even more generic shoot-'em-up. And David Rooney from The Hollywood Reporter, let's finish on a high. He gave it 70 out of 100 and said, "The result is a solid entry in the Clancy screen canon. Gritty, bristly pace, laced with vigorously choreographed fight scenes, explosive weapons action and twisty political intrigue that seems prescient as it taps into the most strained period in US-Russian relations since the Cold War." Yeah, probably right. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, you and me, yeah, not too bad. 5.8 out of 10, just a little bit below the watchable rating. That's just based on 1,018 reviews and scores as I'm doing this vlog. Some of the headlines: ignore the negative reviews, this movie hits hard. Someone else said very good action. Someone else, if you didn't read the book, you will love it. Yeah, so I believe it's nothing like the book. So there you go. If you like Mr. Clancy, I'm sure you've read the book anyway. Other headlines: I was so looking forward to this movie. What a letdown. Someone else said lazy, unoriginal, predictable, and someone else said what a total letdown. And the final comment: mediocre at best. Well, there you go. That's a sort of middle of the road, isn't it? My little thoughts, yeah. This is okay. As I say, I'm not going to rave over this. It's okay. I didn't particularly warm to any of the characters, including the lead, Michael B. Jordan. As I'm very... If you watch any of my reviews, I like characters I can invest in. I didn't really warm to Michael B. Jordan. I do like some of his stuff, but certainly in this I didn't. I didn't think the acting was that great for obviously for a US thing. As I say, I'm quite used to average acting with British stuff, but I didn't think it was that great overall. But it's more about the action. I thought the action was excellent. I thought the screen action was pretty good and to excellent at times, which isn't my bag, to be honest with you, but I've no complaints there. I mean, as action thrillers goes, it was passable, but all the conspiracy theories so old hat these days. We've had years and years of this, haven't we? With the political side of it, and obviously the bad guy in government, etc. Yeah, I mean that's all old hat. But it was rescued a little bit by some above average action sequences, which is fortunate. I mean, as looking at Isolation as an Amazon Prime movie, if I'd gone to the pictures to watch this, I wouldn't have been overly impressed. But as an Amazon Prime movie, it's obviously up there with one of the better ones, but let's be honest about it, it's not really saying that much, is it, unfortunately? And of course the 1993 original story, I thought they adapted it okay for a modern time, and it was always good to see the Russians as the baddies, isn't it? As it's usually an English baddie, isn't it, in these old American 80s 90s action films, but then it went to the Russians, and now it went to obviously Middle East people. But it's nice to see the Russians as no offense to the Russians, but it's nice to see you back as the baddies again, which is fair enough. I would probably rather watch a couple of episodes of Jack Ryan or whatever, perhaps more than a sequel to this, because let's face it, this has been set up for a sequel, and perhaps we will get a TV series. I'm not too sure, but I'm not overly excited by the thought of that. But I would certainly rather watch a couple of Jack Ryan episodes or another Bourne movie perhaps than this, in all fairness. But it's an okay job, but very, very routine for the genre, to be honest with you. We have seen it all before, but as I said, if you like some good action scenes, there are one or two in it, so that's not too bad. So I'm not going to go total down on my rating. I'm going to be quite close perhaps to the Internet Movie Database rating, but it's not a total down. I'm not going to give it my 6 out of 10 basic watchable score. I'll just give it a standard 5.5, so certainly wouldn't put you off watching it. But as far as a cold wet afternoon, you got nothing else to watch, and you're indoors, and it's on Amazon Prime, so if you pay for it, you've got it, haven't you? So at the end of the day, I object to paying for stuff on Amazon Prime, which there are a lot of stuff you can rent, obviously, but I'd rather just watch a movie that I'm paying my subscription for. So at least it's okay. At least it adds to that little list of okay-ish films to watch on Amazon Prime anyway. So I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. Anyway, let me know what you think. As I say, I'm not a big fan of action films. I like a good story, but the stories in these Tom Clancy type things and Bourne conspiracy things are a bit, you always know the government guy who sets out to be a good person is always a baddie behind everything, isn't he? It does get a bit monotonous at times, but hey, that's how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. What we're going to do this today, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. So we meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps have a flit across, have a look at my football channel, my Citizen channel, wherever it is, whatever it is. All I ever ask of you is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.